name is Bernardo and I'm extremely excited and grateful to Dino who's allowed me to do this guest video post on his blog, even though the regular format is written word. My topic for today is 3 critical mistakes that will kill your videos. First critical mistake is mediocre editing. And by mediocre editing, I mean just basic things. I'm not asking you to hire Robert Altman to do your editing, but cut the beginning and cut the end part of the video. That part where it's showing that you are hitting the record button and that end part where you have a little puppy running in the background. Don't do that. It doesn't look cool. It may look natural to some people, but unless you're really famous, it's not something that I would go for. Another thing that I highly suggest is that you deliver your entire message into one single shot. And the reason why I say that is because if you cut the message too many times in a short period of time, subconsciously your audience is going to think that this guy or this gal don't know what the hell they're talking about. So unless you're the guy from Where the Hell is Matt and you're going to 25 different countries in a short period of time, you shouldn't be cutting too many times in the middle of a video. Now, if you have a small mistake, let it run through. If you make a big mistake, cut it, but don't make more than 1 or 2 cuts in a short period of time because it doesn't look cool. Second one is not showing 100% up when you do the video. And by that I mean, before you hit the record button, you should be in an emotional state that allows you to transfer emotion. Let me tell you why. Because people are not gauging you against Sally, the blogger next door. They're gauging you against Oprah Winfrey sometimes and Conan O'Brien. Because that's a frame of reference. When people look at video, they tend to look at cool shit. So I'm not saying that you have to be an artist or you have to be super funny, but you do have to show some emotion. And the easiest way I found that people can do this is to have a greater purpose for your video than simply selling something or simply showing up or simply transferring an idea. If your purpose goes beyond that and gets into maybe waking somebody up that's asleep in life, I'm not saying physically asleep, but asleep in life, or connecting with more people, or somebody's having a rough day, maybe lift them up by something you're saying. If that is your purpose in the way you're delivering things, doesn't mean you have to do a self-help presentation, then that will actually allow you to engage more with the audience, which brings me to my third critical mistake. Third critical mistake is not fully engaging. Not fully engaging means 2 things. 1, not looking at the camera when you're talking to people, because if I'm talking like this, you're not going to really feel my presence with you. If you're talking to a friend, chances are they're looking at you or looking at your eyes from time to time. So you should try to do the same thing. Second thing is, don't by any means ever be reading if you're doing video. If you're reading, you should be doing a podcast because it doesn't look natural. It looks very scripted and people will know even if you try to hide it. So never ever use video. Last thing I'll give you right now is try to make your videos between 3 to 5 minutes long. It's harder to do, and I know that I definitely make the mistake of running them a little longer than I should, but that's something that can also allow you to stop the critical mistakes when you're doing video. My last thing that I'll say right now is, first I want to thank you for taking time to look at this, but I want to encourage you to write a comment in this section here, down here, and let me know if this is something that resonates with you. Let me know if there's a way that you can specifically use one of these 3 messages that I communicated with you to avoid making these mistakes. And because if we leave it at an intellectual level, if this is just intellectual information, then we're probably wasting our time. But if you can manage to use this, then you and I are both going to a place together that we couldn't have gotten to by ourselves. And that's usually a great thing. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you taking the time to share with me.